gentlemen, let's keep the show rolling. A little bit of family time. I always wanted to be a magician when I grew up. And when I was growing up, I had a love of history. I was a geek in high school. Yay. And before we begin, I just want to ask you guys, if I gave you a date of April the 14th, 1912, who here knows why that's important?
I do.
Why?
The Titanic sank.
Yes, it is the date the Titanic sank.
Yes.
Yes. Give her a round of applause. Now, I would like to actually try something right now. It's a little spooky, it's a little creepy, and if it's worse, and God willing it does, we might be able to share a moment with two people on the stage at the exact same time. All right. I'd like to get two volunteers up here, one male and one female. We're so excited. Let's pick the gentleman over here with the black shirt on, the Michael Jackson glove, and chainsaw hand. Give him a round of applause.
The blue.
Yeah, go ahead. Give her a round of applause. I hope you guys can see me all the way back in the back. This is kind of like a personal time here. This is kind of like, you know, a little personal family sharing time on the stage.
Ash! Not Ash Ketchum.
Wow. Let's do it the original Ash. You are obviously Ash. And what is your name? Mika. Mika and Ash, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, a couple years ago, I had the privilege of going to an estate auction, and that's where they sell off a bunch of rich guys' belongings. And this guy was a maritime enthusiast. That means if it sailed on the ocean, he collected something that had to do with it. And part of his collection was memorabilia from the Titanic. Now, I don't know if you've ever eBayed Titanic artifacts. They're freaking expensive. So when I went to the estate auction, I was ecstatic when I was able to walk out with a couple pieces. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is a barrel key. It goes to a music box, a wind-up music box. For you kids in the audience, a wind-up music box is someone of the grandfather of the MP3 player. You stick this key in, you turn it, and it plays the same song over and over and over and over. Kind of like the Michael Jackson Thriller album. I was also able and very fortunate to get a hold of this silver coin. Now, I'm not a coin enthusiast, but I have had people from the Magic Castle tell me that this coin is called a Morgan, a silver Morgan or a Morgan dollar. It is a silver dollar, though. This coin was minted in 1891. Now, Ash, you have a choice. You can be a gentleman, let her take the first pick. Or you can be a jerk and take the pick for yourself.
Be a jerk.
Be a jerk!
Flip a coin for it!
Flip a coin.
What are you gonna do?
Now, normally I'm a jerk, but I think I'll let the lady have it this time.
Coin or key? That means by virtue of last choice, you get the coin. Now, Ash, what I have here is pictures. All right, now, I hope you guys in the back can see this. What I have here is pictures. I'm going to just simply show you pictures. I want you to make a decision. Snap judgment decision based upon what you see. Whether to keep the picture or discard it. You understand? Hold your hand out. You gotta keep some of these. Okay, notice he's doing a mathematical equation. Discarding 5, keeping 1. Random. Random. Quickly, now.
Keep.
Now.
Discard. Discard.
Stop. Put your coin on top of those. By now, I think you know what I want to do.
Mike.
Okay? By now you know what I want of you. Quickly decide, keep or discard.
Keep.
Hand out, please.
Discard. Keep. Discard.
You're discarding a lot as well. You guys just don't want these cards.
Discard. Keep.
Keeping grandma.
Discard.
Put your key on top of those, put your coin, good job. Now, ladies and gentlemen, right now, up until this moment in time, you know as well as I do that these artifacts were aboard the Titanic. What you don't know is that these pictures are pictures of passengers who were also aboard the Titanic. And like these artifacts, they all have stories. For example, this gentleman right here, this is Mr. Harry Anderson. Age is 47, his cabin was B12. When Mr. Harry Anderson was born in Yorkshire on the 20th of October, 1864, he went to the United States in his youth. In 1912, Mr. Anderson was returning to his home in New York City after a business and pleasure trip to Asia. Mr. Anderson survived. This gentleman right here is Colonel John Astor, 47, Captain C-62, died. In fact, actually, everyone either lived or died aboard the Titanic. But that's not where it gets creepy. I did some research. This coin belonged to a 22-year-old girl. Her family, father gave her this coin as a good luck token because she was coming to the States to go to college. This coin indeed must have been lucky because that girl survived. What perhaps in a strange twist of fate is even weirder is that every single person in your care this evening that you associated with that coin also survived.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
This key belonged to a 7-year-old little girl. Her family, her father had saved up for a full year to afford tickets to the Titanic. It was meant to be kind of a morale booster in times that were difficult. They were poor, so they couldn't afford first class. They were below deck when the ship went down. That little girl, her family, music box, this key sank to the bottom of the ocean that night. They died. Till this key was later salvaged. In a very strange twist of events. Just like that little girl and her family and that key, everyone you associated with that key this evening also perished, drowning in that horrible incident. 1912. Give them a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.